Hi. In this video lecture, we will go through three-dimensional molecular models, right? Now, as we've discussed in previous video lecture that we can represent molecules, organic molecules in three dimensions using solid wedge and dashed wedge form, right? This is the representation of three-dimensional organic molecule on a two-dimensional paper, right? So in this is the kind of wedge which is used to represent, right? This is the kind of wedge which is used to represent three-dimensional molecular structure on a two-dimensional paper, right? And this solid wedge, this wider end, this is the wider end, this wider end of this wedge, whether it is solid wedge or a dashed wedge, right, will always be towards the observer. Like I am observer for this molecule. If you look at this, this is the wider end of this solid wedge which is coming out of the plane of the paper towards the observer, right? The wider end is towards me. If you look at this dashed wedge, that represents the bond which is going away from the observer out of the plane of the paper. It is above the plane. If this is the plane of paper, this is the below the plane of paper. If this is the paper, this bond is going down like this, right? And this bond is coming up towards me, right? If I look at it's coming towards me, and this bond is going away from me, and this wider end of these two bonds, right, will always be towards me. If you look at this, this is towards me, and if this is going away, then this wider end is towards me, right? And so this dashed wedge represents the bond away from the observer, right, below the plane of paper. If this is paper, below the plane of paper, and this solid wedge represent a bond towards the observer, right? Solid and dashed wedge formula. Now, and these dashed, simple dashed bonds used to represent bonds in the plane of paper. So these two are in plane of paper, these two are out of plane of paper. One is above the plane of paper, the other is below the plane of paper. So this is your three-dimensional representation of an organic molecule using solid and dashed wedge formula, right? Then the other thing you have is your three-dimensional molecular models, right? These molecular models are available in the market from where you can purchase them, and they are commercially available, and they are made up of plastics. They are made up of plastic, wood, or metal, right? And these models, molecular models, are used to study these are used to study these kind of three-dimensional molecules, right? Where if you go in higher classes, there your professors will bring such molecular models to show you how bonds are arranged in a organic molecule, how bonds and atoms are arranged in three dimensions, right, in organic compounds, right? So molecular models, you have three kind of molecular models: framework model, ball and stick model, space filling model. So if you look at this framework model, let's say this represents methane molecule. Let's say these three different models represent methane molecule, and this is your ethane that has a double bond, ethene. So this model, framework model, it is used to represent bonds. This framework model represents, let me just write it. The framework model represents bonds, right? It represents the pattern of bonds. It represents the pattern of bonds, right? It represents the pattern of bonds, right? So this framework model is used to study the type of bonds, right, in three-dimensional molecule. The other, you have a ball and a stick model, in which these red balls represent atoms, and these sticks represents single bonds, right? So ball represents atoms, right, and stick represents bonds, specifically single bonds, like this, right? If you have carbon-carbon single bonds. Now in this model, if you want to represent a double and a triple bond, right, for unsaturated compounds like ethene, so how will you represent this double bond? This double bond is represented in ball and stick model using springs. So in this, if you see a ball and stick model that has a spring, those springs represent your double and triple bond, right? So if you have springs, spring will represent double carbon carbon double bond like in ethene, or carbon carbon triple bond, right? So springs, if you have springs in these models, these springs represent triple bond and double bond. So this is a ball and stick model which is used to study the arrangement of atoms, right, and bonds in 3 dimensions. Now you have space filling model, right? In this space filling model, if you see, there is no dash, this stick or spring, nothing, but only these balls kind of things. So it represents of that two of different sizes. These balls are of different sizes, right? So this space filling model is used to represent only the size of the atoms, right, in a molecule. So this is used to represent size of atoms in a molecule, right? And you see that these balls are of different sizes. So each ball represent how much volume is actually occupied by an atom, right? So these are 3 models, right, which is used to represent these kind of 3-dimensional molecules, right? One is used to study the pattern of bonds, which is framework model. The other is used to other ball and stick model represent atoms and bonds, right? Balls represent atoms, right, and sticks represent bonds. And if you have a spring represents a double and a triple bond. Then you have a space filling model. Space filling model represents the size of the atoms. You have different balls of different sizes. That means it shows how much space is occupied by atoms in 3 dimensions, right? So this is it. We are done with molecular models, right? Thanks.